So I thought I was gonna start this new video series, tea, tea time stories, since I now have this beautiful, extraordinary tea room here in southern Estonia. And it is so often that when I sit with tea, I get those ideas, thoughts that I need to share. I mean, I don't need to. I feel that I want to. So I realized today that it is already mid-June. It's actually the 17th of June, which means that more than half of the year 2024 is already done. It's gone. It's been a good year. It's been a great year so far. And I don't even want to get into the topic how the time goes by so fast these days, because I really feel that it does. But that's not the point that I wanna carry forward. I wanna talk a little bit of tea practice and yin yoga practice, because I feel like these two practices for the past 2 years have made the most meaningful impact in my life. And even though those practices are different, they're at the same time so similar in their core. They both focus on mindfulness. The whole idea is to be more present, more still, more patient, harmonious, humble, accepting, pure, authentic, mindful. And the more I incorporate those practices in my life, the more I am grateful and really humbled for the opportunity for being able to also share with others what I've learned throughout those hours and hours that I've either sat with tea or been in asanas. They say that there are 4 different ways how us humans, how us people react or deal with problems, with difficult situations and emotions. Number 1 being running away, just escaping whatever is present because it might be challenging. So the first reaction is to run. I've done it many times, and I'm sure I'll still do it because I'm constantly still learning. And I'm pretty sure you're all done it. Run away from a difficult situation. So the second thing that as humans do is trying to change the situation. Right away, do something else, or just wanting to numb, numb whatever is coming up. So using maybe drugs and alcohol, entertainment, sex, so that we could change whatever is present with help from the outside. But as life goes on, time goes on, we understand, we realize that however much we try to numb it, it's still gonna eventually come up. So the third way brings us to giving up and getting into the mindset of a victim. That everything that is happening to me is so unfair. Oh, my yoga teacher sucks that she puts me into those really uncomfortable positions. Oh, I feel so uncomfortable sitting with tea and I don't even like the taste of this tea. And why is it happening to me? I don't want it, I didn't ask for it, please someone help me. So this is another thing that as humans do to get like understanding or love or a helping hand from the outside instead of helping ourselves. And that brings us to the fourth and most intelligent, emotionally intelligent way to deal with difficult and challenging situations, which is acceptance. Accepting the moment, the feeling, the situation, the problem as it is. Sitting with it, allowing ourselves to observe what is coming up, what am I feeling, why am I feeling this way, and then from that point of understanding and mindfulness, making a decision if this has to be let go or if there is something that I need to do on my part to change that. But the change comes from like your actions, your like inside work, not from the outside. We're not trying to change anyone else or the like situation itself. The change starts from within. So that's really different from the like second option, which was to right away change something from the outside. So that fourth way of dealing, which is life circumstances, is what Tea or Yin Yoga teaches us. To observe, to get to know yourself better, your emotions, your feelings, your body, your dreams, your purpose. The more time we give ourselves to be with ourselves, the more we know ourselves. And it's a constant practice, and we change throughout our lives. So it's not like, oh, I already sat with tea for 10 hours and I'm done. I already meditated for 5 hours. I don't need no more. I've practiced yoga for 5 years. It's okay, no more. Which doesn't mean that you can't move on to different kinds of practices. There are so many different ways to mindfully be with yourself. It doesn't have to be tea, it doesn't have to be yin, it doesn't have to be yang styles of yoga or breathwork, whatever you practice. But still have to constantly show up for yourself. It's like the thought that the best thing I did today was to take care of myself. I love those moments. And for me, very often, it is time when I sit in stillness, will it be with tea, will it be yin, it might be breath work, it might be going by the lake and just listening to the birds or the frogs. There are so many frogs here. Because it is stillness that creates space for clarity. It is stillness. We need stillness. So yeah, I think that concludes my first tea talk video. There might be more to come in the future. There might not. I never know what life brings. But I'm in a space right now in my life where I listen if there is anything important coming up that I feel like is valuable to at least one person to hear. And sometimes, it's always valuable for myself to hear. It's like sometimes you have to talk with yourself to better understand what is going on inside. Like you can't just push everything down. Sometimes talking helps, and there doesn't even have to be another person. Maybe it's your phone you're talking to. And that already brings so much clarity. So yeah, that's why I think I feel the need to share. It first helps me, and it might help someone else as well. So good.